markets will be featuring traditional dances from the island of Kalimnos, Issos, Susta, Sirto, Mechanikos, sponge drivers dance, Diddlanda and Diddlanda, cleaning of sponges and Thimariotikos. Big round of applause. Για τα παιδιά μας από την Άλυτο. Όπα. χειροκρότημα για τα παιδιά μας. The Kalamatianos. A big round of applause. The Kalamatian Philanthropic Brotherhood of Victoria, which was created in 1954 and has assisted everybody to feel a little bit of Greece right here. Another round of applause for our wonderful kids. Oh, third, fourth generation. My time is up, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Anthea Sideropoulos. I am part of the Greek Community Board. Please enjoy the rest of the festival. We want to thank all our sponsors, Victorian Government and Oasis and the yogurt, the wonderful, thank you. Aren't they yummy? Amazing. I've got to get my list or else I'll be in trouble. So Victorian Government, City of Melbourne, our friends Bank of Sydney, why we're here, Chemist Warehouse, ProCal Dairies, or Oasis Greek Coffee, which I clearly need. Ioannidis Funerals, Bronias and Jerry's Look of Mothers, Vanilla Cakes, the National Bank of Greece. Of course, Melbourne community of Melbourne and Victoria, Greek community, become a member, that's a big thing. And speaking of members, I want to introduce my fellow board member who's going to take you to the rest of the 2 hours ahead of us and introduce the nest. This is Dean, give him a big round of applause. He's our youth officer. So good luck, have a great time. Now don't forget our wonderful sponsors, and I'm going to sound like your mother now. And Antenna and 3XY, and it was everybody that made this weekend possible. Thank you so much. Dean.
Thanks so much, Anthea.
Have fun.
Plenty of love for our sponsors, plenty of love for you guys who are here attending the festival today, guys. Thank you so much for making it happen. Thanks for sticking out the rain. My hair's sticking up a bit from the frizz. I think some other people's in here is as well. Not too much hair there, so it's not fully sticking up, but that's okay. My name is Dean. As Anthea said, I'm the youngest board member currently of the Greek community of Melbourne. I've served for the last 3 years. It's been an amazing experience. This is the centrepiece of our cultural program, the Antipodes Festival. It says it's the 37th. It's a massive tradition. The things that we do here simply aren't possible without that kind of legacy and knowledge behind us. So what you're seeing here today is not an easy effort. In fact, the day that the festival closes, the planning for the next one starts. So that's a pretty special feat. And I think we have more stalls than ever this year. There's lots of variety. Some of my good friends down this end doing awesome retail stuff. We have plenty of food and stuff as well, to your heart's delight. Guys, the next part of our program continues. As Anthea said, I'll be guiding you through for the next 2 hours and then we'll move to the next person. Now we're being joined by some interstate friends. Giorgio Polixeni, if you can wiggle your phone to the front as well. As I announce and introduce the Greek Lyceum of South Australia of Greek dance and culture. The spiel is that the group was founded in 1993. The Lyceum's aim is to bring Australian audiences the very best of traditional and contemporary Greek dance culture through its performance ensembles. Their mission is to present and perpetuate the rich history and traditional songs, dances, music and costumes of Greece to the greater public. I think that's really important. The stuff we do here is not just for ourselves, but for the wider Australia to enjoy. Polixeni, could you tell me a little bit about what you guys are going to present today?
We've got a range of dances that we have been learning. This is our first time performing Interstate and we're very excited for this chance.
And Giorgio, how long have you guys been preparing?
We've been preparing for about a month now. We're really excited to be here and thankful for the opportunity that you guys have given us. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy what we have to offer.
We're excited too, man. Guys, put your hands together for the Greek Lyceum of South Australia of Greek dancing culture. Thank you. guys, my amazing friends from South Australia. Giorgio said, oh, go for it. Don't forget your mandili. They said it takes 4 months to prepare, but I think that's, there you go. You still can't understate the amount of work these guys have to put in to do what they do. If it's meeting multiple times a week, doing this kind of thing for years on end, maintaining a club, fixing the costumes and stuff as well, that all takes time and meraki. And to come from another state to perform in front of all you guys, of course that means something as well. When was the last time we went into the state to do something we love, you know? Guys, the next performance will be a local performance, one steeped in tradition and culture. But before we go to that performance, Vicky, if you want to join me, we have a special competition coming up very soon, provided by one of our sponsors. It's food flavoured. Can you guess? The guys at ProCal have been generous enough to collaborate with us on an awesome competition that celebrates their signature Greek yogurt. How much do you love your Greek yogurt? If you love it enough to bury your face in it and find 5 strawberries, you can win a super events pack provided by the Greek community of Melbourne to enjoy some of our best events coming up for the rest of the year. So like I said, if you can bury your head in a bucket of yogurt and find 5 strawberries, the first person to do that will win an events prize pack provided by us. And in that prize pack includes a double pass to the Stelios Kazadzidis screening at the Astor Theatre, which is a really highly anticipated movie, and also a double pass to our film festival, which happens every October, which matches the Antipodes Festival in terms of its size and significance. If you're over 18, and if you're curious to participate in this competition, provided to you guys by ProCal, please look out for Vicky. We say Maria Metikokina, we'll say Vicky Metablet today. Look for Vicky and her beautiful bracelet. If you guys want to participate, yes, there's keen people. Join us here on the side of the Greek community tent if you can, please. You need to sign a waiver and some other things. Just to the tent, guys. You guys can meet us here at the Greek community tent. Thank you, ProCal, for being so willing and so loving as always to collaborate with us and that sort of stuff. They're warming up behind the scenes, guys. Our next performance, like I said, is a local one. I think I introduced them last year as well, and I wasn't disappointed. Guys, very soon you'll be meeting the Hellenic School of Dance. These guys were founded in 2021. The Hellenic School of Dance, Culture, Art and Music. They actually function under the auspices of the Greek Orthodox Archdiocese, and they have different satellite locations in Melbourne, Oakley, Forest Hill as well. And they do their best to celebrate authentic Greek culture and dance. Directed by Jordan Moscovitis and supported by Panos Namatopoulos, alongside a committee of Reverend Fathers and even Bishop Kyriakou. The school fosters a love for Greek heritage and over 60 students weekly, so it's a pretty cool thing they do. We'll meet them very, very soon. The sun's out, that's a bit nicer, isn't it? You guys are missing a little bit, you can come across if you want to get a little bit of a tan. Guys, it's important to be sun smart as well. I'm really happy to see people's hats out and about. If there's sunscreen you need, you can pick it up from the Chemist Warehouse tent just over there. Our good friends Karaten are providing. Always important to be conscious of these kind of events. And we're in it for the long haul. These kind of things you can't rush. You kind of have to sit, soak up a festival. There's no way to do it quickly. Am I right? You queue up, you eat something, you queue up for something else, you eat something again. You participate in the competition, you eat something again. It takes time to digest, to line up, to watch, and to enjoy. I'm curious to hear how people got into the city today. I know it's not easy, and they're always doing works on the weekends. Who caught the train? Anybody catch the train? Yeah, a lot of trains. Did anybody catch the train from Yarraville or like Footscray Way? 1 or 2? Yeah, me too. Anybody drive? Where do you park when you drive? You park behind. VIP access maybe. What's the furthest, I'm curious to see who the furthest guest is here at the festival today. From the UK. We have guests from the UK visiting, that's unreal. And what's your story? Say hello. What's your story? Just popping by. Just come for the festival? We'll say you've come for the festival. A couple of years ago, the Greek community of Melbourne, we're housed in that big building just there, we commissioned a study to see what the cultural, financial, commercial, and social impacts of this festival are. We have people from all over the world that tend to come. Not so much the UK, but we get a lot of visitors from Asia, for sure. We get a lot of visitors from New Zealand and the other sort of parts of Australia. We also know that it generates around $5 to $10 million in revenue for the city of Melbourne across the weekend, which is massive, it can't be understated. So guys, there is social, cultural, and as we know, like commercial benefits to this festival, which can't be understated. Guys, we're going to get to our next part of the program very soon. Ready to go? You want to say a few words? Warming up, warming up. And how long are you guys in Melbourne then? Just a day? And where are you going next? To Adelaide next. Well, you can join the Lyceum on the bus or the plane back, depending how they go. They're a good crowd. They make for some good company. And are you guys aware of the Greek community that exists in the UK and stuff? Or quite a bit in London. A lot of Cypriot Greeks live there, or Cypriots, full stop, which is pretty cool. And you see that a lot in the restaurants and all that other stuff. But I think much like anyone is welcome to eat at a Greek restaurant, everyone should feel very welcome to participate in a Greek festival. So it means a lot that you guys are here today. Thank you. Ready to go? Guys, put your hands together for the Hellenic School dance, please, for a beautiful local performance. Παιδιά, ελάτε. They're dancing into the sunset. Guys, that is some of the full force of Greek culture that we have here on display at the Greek community of Melbourne's Antipodes Festival. Jordan, congrats, dude.
Appreciate it, Dean. Good to see you again. Really proud of the kids. It's now their second year running as the group together. You could believe it, they're all under the age of 19. They've been dancing for now solely 2 years, and each year I see them continue to improve year under year. We're very fortunate to have them with the church, the Hellenic School of Dance. These are pupils of mine that I've watched grow up over the last 2 years, and as they continue to mature in their knowledge of dancing and also their confidence, it makes me really proud to be their teacher.
Congrats, dude. Makari. Keep it going. We're changing up the energy slightly. We're going to give you variety, you know. Got to show you something silly every now and again. Eve, if you want to join me. Our beautiful partners at ProCal, guys, are helping us put on this this cool competition. You might have seen it before. It's a crowd favourite. It's the strawberry find. We have, I think, ProCal yogurt dip. Guys, the ProCal tent is just here in prime view. Definitely pop by and try the stuff they do. No worries. How many participants do we have, John? We want 2 more. We have 3 participants, guys, who are willing to play for their chance to win some event access, passes to the Stelios Kazadzidis movie, which we're exclusively screening a little bit early, and to our film festival later this year. If you're over 18 and you're willing to get a little bit messy and find the 5 strawberries that are hiding in the ProCal yogurt, you can play. We've got one here. My man, come along. Just through the fence and to the side, please. One more. We need one more person. Come on. Theo, yeah, over 18, unfortunately. I'm so sorry. We'll keep doing this every year. It'll be here next year as well. Eve, hello and welcome. Introduce yourself and tell us a bit about what you do at the ProCal.
Hi everyone, here we are after probably almost a decade of supporting this incredible festival. It's an absolute pleasure being here to celebrate our incredible Greek history, our heritage and our culture, and of course our food that brings us all together. On such an incredible day, I'm so glad the rain has ceased as well, so we continue to have a wonderful time. I'd like to take this opportunity on behalf of ProCal Dairies to thank all of you for your incredible support of our product, for taking it into your homes and believing in the quality of our product. So thank you so very much. And I'd like to give us a plug that we're now available in Coles supermarkets and of course in Woolworths throughout Victoria, independent supermarkets as well. So thanks again for your support, and let's get this competition on the go.
Unreal. Thanks so much, Eve. Guys, round of applause for Eve and the team at ProCal for all the work they do. Thank you so much. That's an energetic clap. Thank you. Is that Penny? Thank you, Penny. That was an energetic clap. Thank you. Guys, we want one more participant, please. I know, ladies, there's a little bit of makeup on, but don't be shy. It's a good exfoliant as well. ProCal will we'll have to try out those concept products. Yeah, Papu. Anybody want to try? Have a bit of fun? Yeah, good for the skin, as we said. We're pointing over there. What do you do? So to reiterate the competition, guys, this is the ProCal yoga dip. Oh, participant, there we are. Sold out. We'll have 5 people up here, a race against the clock, a race against each other, to put their face in the yogurt and find the 5 planted strawberries. And the person that finds the strawberries first and presents them to us will win 2 passes to the Stelios Kazati, this movie that's premiering very soon, and to our film festival, which we do every October. Guys, if you're ready, strapped up, you can sort of stand a little bit here and next to each other, and we'll say a quick hello. Did you want to introduce yourself and tell us what you're doing at the festival today?
I just thought I would come past and check it out. That's about it.
Have you been to a festival before, participated before?
No, first time.
So what drew you to throw your hand up so quickly when we said...
I like to always be in the first one in the competitions.
Or you like freebies, one of the two? Bit of both. Hello. What, you don't want to say hello? Introduce yourself and tell us what you're doing here today.
I'm Victoria and I'm here to have fun.
That's absolutely, aren't we all? Good job, Victoria. Wish you all the best. My man. Do you want to show people the shorts, by the way? This guy's wearing some famous shorts. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe come to the side for a second. These are the Thanasi Kokonakis Cotton On shorts. Apparently there are only a few thousand produced and they sold out immediately. My friend who works at Cotton On couldn't get a pair of these, so they are exclusive. So, pretty special. My man, tell us your name and what you're doing here at the festival. Who you're with and what are you looking out for?
I'm Alec, and I was just here to have a good time.
Unreal. Who are you visiting with, dude? Who are you visiting the festival with?
Oh, my dad.
Good on your dad. Where's dad? Good on your dad. Legend. Legend. Number 4. It's like Kids Next Door. Does anyone remember that show? Codename Kids Next Door, where they go by numbers. My man, did you want to say hello to people, introduce yourself, and tell us who you're visiting the festival with?
Hi, my name is Sean. I'm visiting with my family, my girlfriend. I eat yogurt every day.
Unreal. My man, what drew you to participate in the competition?
What was that?
What drew you to throw your hand up to say you'll be a part of this?
Peer pressure.
Peer pressure. You need a little bit of light peer pressure. And number 5, hello number 5. Did you want to introduce yourself? We'll step up slowly to the table. And also tell people who you're here visiting with.
I'm Paige, I'm just with my friend from Adelaide, so...
Oh, unreal.
Yeah.
From Adelaide as well, that's so cool. Thank you so much for being here. Everyone's strapped in? So do you guys know how it's going to run? You know, that's okay, man. You're going to make a mess anyway, don't worry about it. Guys, if you want to take your position slowly, just sort of align yourself behind a bowl. Justin's picked his bowl, he's very territorial. He's very territorial. Sorry, Con, I don't know if he's going to let you have that bowl. So guys, the way it is, hands behind your backs, please. Yeah, okay. Unorthodox, but that's okay. Oh, okay. Any position you like, there are 5 strawberries to find. You need to present them next to you. So you need to drop them on the... Oh, you've got to drop them anywhere, I don't know. Okay, everyone's going for that, okay. Every time we do this, they find new techniques, you know? It's like evolution, natural selection. Okay, some people taking the back step. So we're going to count down in Greek. 3. Oh, Justin. 2. Ένα. Πάμε. Go on. He's eating the yogurt, he's not even looking for the strawberries. Justin's going crazy, there's 3 here. Con's doing great. I can't tell. Okay, the girl's unfortunately a little bit behind. Oh my god, the yogurt, he's done it. Sorry, brother, I'm blocking the view. There's 10, keep going. Hey, John, νομίζω με την 5. I don't know what Eve thinks about this. I don't know if she likes the yogurt being used this way, but 10. Sorry guys, keep looking. We're just keeping it interesting, you know. Go on, Victoria's got some fans. Number 4, our yogurt eater here is going crazy. They're having a good time. Yes, this is a humane activity. Yes, this is... Okay, John, you got to do the counting, dude. I'm so distracted. I don't know what to do. One more, dude. One more. Come on. Cheer them on, guys. Come on. Big round of applause. Cheer them on. The home stretch. The home stretch. Come on, bro. You got the shorts, man. You got the shorts. He's breathing it in. He's breathing it in. John, are you sure you didn't put 9 accidentally inside? Okay, because they'll be here all day. Just take one of Justin's. Bigger balls next year, bigger balls. More yogurt. Ποιος θα κάνει το τσατζίκι μετά, θεία θα κάνεις το τσατζίκι μετά. Δεν μπορεί να χαμένο. Sorry bro, I know it's hard man, I know it's hard, but you gave informed consent. What do you reckon, John? Work hard, not smart. Work hard, not smart. South Australia is going hard. What do you reckon, John? Come on, you gotta help them out. Yeah, yes. The human condition is suffering, so a little bit of suffering is not bad. Have you counted Justin's? How many Justin's up to? So I'm going to find number 4 because I can't remember his name. He won 5 minutes ago. You didn't say anything. Congratulations! Congratulations, number 4. Is it Con? Your name? Sean. We need photos. Don't touch anything. Don't touch anything. Eve, we have our wither that wants to be presented next to you. Come on, man, take some photos. On the left, I find Victoria. I don't know. I don't know. That's all right. We have plenty of wet wipes behind there in surplus. Sean, congratulations, dude. You won our double pass to the Stelios Kazadzi, this movie, which is premiering very soon, and will continue to run through the Palace Cinema Group and also to our film festival, dude. I reckon we could turn this into a horror movie and feature it in the film festival. What do you reckon, dude? For sure. Best part of the experience? The yogurt. Worst part of the experience? The yogurt. Congrats, dude. Congrats, everybody. Feel free to move backstage, wipe up, and to our, well, everyone's a winner in a way, but to 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th place, guys, you're going to get a beautiful pack from ProCal to say thanks for the effort. It was Sean. Sean was the winner. There you go. So it seems like you have to get lower and closer to the bowl. Seems like that's the technique. So for those wanting to participate next year, I think you want to participate next year, dude. That's the technique, okay? Go talk to Sean. Go talk to Sean after. All right, quick photo, nice and messy. Bit of light-hearted fun, we need that. Thanks again to our participants, guys. More round of applause, please. And Sean, congrats, dude. Thanks for playing. Yeah, no worries. You mark the floor as I introduce everybody. The yogurt stage. It's like battle stage, you know? But that's okay. Guys, another local performance coming up next. One that's pretty important, one that's pretty symbolic. We're going to be hearing from the Pancritian Junior and Intermediate Dance Group. The Pancritian Association of Melbourne is situated in the Cretan Village in Montuna South. There we go, some big fans up front. Unreal. And continues, guys, for over 50 years to teach dancing and music to the 2nd, 3rd and 4th generations of Greek Australians and anybody else that's willing, really. Today, the Junior and Intermediate Dance Group are guided by their dance teacher, Anna Chudalaki, and Christos Stavrinidis, and will present dances from the island of Crete. If you want to participate, if you like what you see, guys, there are ways to get involved. Classes will be held every Tuesday, 6:30, at the Cretan Village for those interested. So, if you're interested, you can play along and maybe be in a feature next year. Guys, a warm welcome, please, for the Pancritian Junior and Intermediate Dance Group.
κομικιό, μα δεν θα μεγαλώσει. Έλα έχει δυο μάτια όμορφα και εκείνος θα τα δώσει. Συγχαρητήρια. βοηθάτε.
Get the fat man through.
Κάνε κύρα γαμπρό, μα καλό παιδί είμαι εγώ. Τα παπούτσια που φορώ, το τζακάρι τα γνωστό, το τζακάρις να καλά να τα παίρνει λολόγια. Σαν τη μαρμαροκολό να στέκεις μες στην εκκλησιά και μαραίνεις και τρελαίνεις στο μοναδό τα παιδιά και μου μάρανες και εμένα τη δική μου την καρδιά. Ήθελα να έρθω το βράδυ, με πιάσε ψηλή βροχή. Το Θεό παρακαλούσα για να σε βρω μοναχή, η μαμά σου να κοιμάται και στην πόρτα το κλειδί. Ούτε μοναχή σε βρήκα, ούτε με τη μάνα σου, γιατί βγήκες στο Σεριάνι με τη φιλενάδα σου, αλλά λες και να μου κάνεις να χαρείς τα μάτια σου. Μπράβο και εσάς παιδιά, συγχαρητήρια.
Ladies and gents, another massive round of applause for the junior and intermediate Pancritian dance group. And for our musicians, some are local and amazing, others από την Κρήτη. Παιδιά, ευχαριστούμε για την παρέα σας. Πρώτη φορά, δεύτερη φορά. Έχουμε και τρίτη και τέταρτη και όσο μπορούμε. Μπράβο, guys. Ναι, μάθατε το δρόμο, έτσι, μπράβο. Άννα, Χρήστο, δεν την κλειδώσετε ακόμα, να πούμε δύο λόγια. You're not stage shy. I know. I saw you last night at the thing. A little bit stage shy. When you're not the artist, maybe. Tell us about the role you play in the dance group and what you thought of the performance.
I am one of the dance teachers. We've been, Chris and I have been dancing since the age of 2, like really, really young.
Since your legs could move, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. They absolutely killed it. What did you guys think?
That's very smart. Put it back up the crowd to say. Crystal, can you tell us a little bit, maybe technically, like what goes into these kind of performances? How often do you guys prepare, and what are the hardest things to do? Because for us watching something elegant, it seems easy, but I'm sure it's not. Is that a hard question? Good question.
Basically, we've got weekly practices every Tuesday. We meet up at 6:30, but don't leave till about 8:30, 9ish. Working with the kids, working on the group figures, it's probably the most technical part of it. Because anyone can do their solo thing, but working together as a team to try everyone in the same step, same move, that's a little bit more challenging.
Okay, so a lot of it's about chemistry and synchrony and being in each other's rhythm and teamwork, obviously less, bravo. And I think a lot of that just comes in time, so you need to spend time with each other. Anna, maybe one more question. Can you tell us a little bit, and Cretan inspired today as well, the significance of these kind of symbols and patterns that we see in a lot of the costumes? Do you know anything about that?
Honestly, there's a lot of history. I've been standing here all day telling you guys about it. So maybe another time.
Maybe another time, that's okay. But as you say, very historical. All the stuff that you see here, guys, takes time, and every sort of stitch and every symbol is something jam-packed with meaning to get the full force of what we're trying to showcase today. Sorry for the hard questions, but thanks so much for the party out, guys, and congrats on the beautiful work you do. Thank you so much. Very soon, guys, you'll be watching another local performance, the Antipodes Veterans Dance Group. So it's an open age dance group for those who simply love to stay fit, make new friends, and have fun through Greek folk dancing. I've got a really cool position standing behind the scenes, and I can see these people when they're warming up, and they're generally so excited to show you guys what they do, you know. They get a 20 to 25 minute slot to show you all the tricks they have in the bag, all the stuff they have in their heart, and stuff they practice sort of all year round. So I think that's pretty special. And you see them afterwards when they peel off as well, the hugs and the kisses and the feedback and the things they could have done better as well, but everyone's ecstatic, and yeah, they work amazingly as teams. Ready, George? Getting there. Technically speaking, guys, as you can see, there's a big setup that goes into every one of these performances. They either come with some music sort of pre-made and ready loaded, or they perform live. When they perform live, you need to sync it up, obviously, which isn't an easy task. So watching from behind the scenes, our technicians have done an amazing job as well. Led by Dimitri in the red top here. He's a feature in every single festival, so big thanks to him as well. I think it's really interesting how when we're younger we sort of don't want sometimes to go to Greek school, or don't know fully the importance of going to Greek dance and understanding these things. But often we do when we get a little bit older, you know. If you haven't learned Greek, you start to seek that out. If you haven't made certain connections, you start to seek those out. And that's why I think these adult or open age groups are so important, actually, because you can access them at any phase of life, right? You've been doing it since you were young, so you know what I'm talking about. But guys, if you're interested in classes, the Antipodes Veterans Dancers offer really energetic lessons and routines, and everyone's welcome to participate. Keeps you limber. It's great cardio. It's a good workout. So I highly recommend getting in touch with the group either after the performance or throughout. And they're all representing their own merchandise. They've all got their logos on. Just approach them and have a chat. They're all very friendly people. Very exciting warm-up behind me. So guys, once again, you'll see some traditional dances from all over Greece with music played by the Antipodes Senior Dance Group Band. Anyway, we don't need the lines to come up with interesting things. We can say interesting things. Are you guys ready to go? Excited? Nervous? Bit of nerves, bit of excitement. Bravo, team. Oh, Sophia, bravo. Good. How's the lung capacity? Max it out. Yeah, you need to max it out to play that thing. Yeah, good job. Very excited. Florinotes, έχουμε εδώ πέρα. Florinotes from Florida, some big hands. Absolutely. Very passionate over there. I like that. Unreal. A big part of being Greek, I think, is, you know, not just the things we eat, not just the things we listen to, but the things we really feel. I think as a culture, we're a very emotional bunch and we feel things very deeply. So the concept of your orizes, where you're from, what that means to you, the patriko spiti, all these things are kind of tied up in this really interesting way of expressing and having an identity. Pretty deep, aren't they? And they're vlogging as well, that's funny as. Where can they find it? On YouTube? What's your handle? The handle? Yeah. You are Pontin69. This guy is famous. He's like a photographer sniper. He gets the best shots at... Sorry, I can't say the best shots. We equally best shots over here. Interesting shots, very interesting angles. That's it, he gets the angle speed I can't get. Unreal. Who are you waving at? Who's that? Is that Stav? You got fans, Stav. You got fans. That's funny. Hey, you're at the front of the fura, so you know. Unreal. Who else has got fans? Who else has got fans? Who's here supporting? Who are you guys here for? Για ποιον έχετε έρθει? What? Camille. Is Camille in the line? Camille, put your hand up. You've got some fans as well, Camille. Unreal. That's so cool, man. That's so cool. I know you guys. That's so cool. And I'm guessing that is probably what makes it worthwhile, you know, the people that know us, to feel so proud of us. You're probably championing this stuff on behalf of the family. I'm not sure, does the rest of the family dance and stuff, or do your fans, do your friends, do they dance, or? All the friends are out there, Antipodes, Antipodes, opposite poles. It's meant to connect us in Greece, even though we exist on other sides of the world. Hello everybody, in the front row. Yeah, fillers, you know, got to tell them the history. I think I said a little bit earlier in the piece that we might even have a record amount of stalls here at this year's festival. As you can see, the footprint goes pretty far up Russell Street that way, and obviously corner to corner either side. Hasn't always been like that. I think it used to finish here, if I'm not mistaken, and go to Swanston Street. It's always sat in front of the Greek community building, the Greek centre that you can see there. We've got some people on the mezzanine. Hello, people on the mezzanine. How'd you get up there? Secret. Oreo, potaki, oreo. And guys, decorating the mezzanine, I'm not sure if you can see that beautiful frieze there. That's an exact replica that was installed, if not last year, the year before. That's come all the way from Greece with beautiful marble, handmade. Replica of the Parthenon frieze. Show it off for us. Yeah, can you show everyone? Beautiful. Look at my marble. Γεια σου Κώστα. I said before that we have a very strong concept of place. As Greeks, we spoke about Rizos. We're about to see the Florinotes group perform. A lot of Florinotes here today. I think we all have a shared Riza here in this very square as well. Εδώ που στεκόμαστε σήμερα και αυτό είναι Ρίζα. Και εδώ έχουμε Ρίζα. Είμαστε Έλληνες της Αυστραλίας, Έλληνες της Μελβούρνης και Αδελαΐδας και wherever else you're visiting from. But I think it plants roots as well, you know? And I think this is a very significant place for that reason. It's got memory, you know? You come to a place and sometimes they have cultural memory. Things have happened. And a lot of festivals and good times have happened here. So I hope you feel that. I know it's a little bit hard to walk around and you bump into people, but I hope you feel the love that's in that, you know? So find a comfortable spot, guys. There's a beautiful local performance coming up next. I really hope you enjoy. We're getting close. And might as well say another thanks to our sponsors, guys. This stuff truly doesn't happen without the support that goes behind it. The Victorian Government, particularly Multicultural Commission of Victoria, are major sponsors. The City of Melbourne, of course, for facilitating and working so close with us. Bank of Sydney, Chemist Warehouse, ProCal Dairies, Oasis Greek Coffee, Antenna Pacific, Ioannidis Funerals, Bronia, St. Jerry's Lukumades, Vanilla Cakes and the National Bank of Greece, as well as our many event partners, media partners. Bratan here, always in the front, does an amazing job. He's got a beautiful smile, it's so cool. Guys, enjoy the performance. Put your hands together.
see. That's right.
Yes, you must have working, but you come 6 and never kill. Okay, I will support Miss Meeting. Thank you. Okay, that's second one. Okay, that's another one. Signal me.
Well, he's a good kid and he's taking it up. I bet we want to go over there, we would do. They're in that corner, the marks on the white hat. I'm going to go see the kids. That's it, yeah, that's it.